Hi, welcome to my card and a cuppa for Wednesday the 11th of June 2025. My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast. And I just realised I left my happy mail downstairs, so I didn't bring it upstairs to show you. Damn it! Hi Elizabeth! How annoying! I'll have to do that later. Another video. Damn! How are you, Elizabeth? Are you well? It's very cold here on the Central Coast. What about where you are? Our mornings and night times are very, very fresh. It does warm up a little bit during the day, but still quite cold. So we are in winter. So welcome to my card and a cuppa. I'm going to... Hi, Lynn. It comes around quickly. Yeah, it does actually. Sometimes I think, oh, quick, I better go and quickly grab something for lunch. It's wet and freezing where you are, Elizabeth. Well, thankfully we've got sunshine. So we had a lot of rain, and I believe we're getting some rain the next few days, but nothing like what we had a few weeks ago. But I can cope with cold and sunny, and we're really hoping, and hello Margaret, we're hoping and praying we have cold and sunny for Saturday fortnight when our son gets married in the Hunter Valley. So we're all sort of keeping our fingers and toes crossed that it's cold and sunny. We'll take cold as long as it's sunny. So today I'm going to focus on some sweets that are from the last mini catalogue that went into the online store that are now on the last chance product list, but they are still part of the sweet collection sale that's going on during the month of June. So let's go down to the craft desk and we can get started. Okay, so where's my promotion page? Here it is. So during the month of June up until the 30th of June, you can buy one sweet collection and get 50% off the second, or you can buy something from a sweet collection and something else from another sweet or the same sweet collection and get 50% off that second product. As long as the second product is slightly cheaper than the first one that you're putting into your cart, you'll get 50% off. So that's the promotion they're pushing for the month of June, and it's pretty good. Hi Tanya. It's pretty good promotion when you think about it. So I know this catalogue is old and retired, but I've used a sweet, and it's a sketch. I've gone with this sketch, and I haven't really done the measurements that are on this sketch. I've just gone with the layout of the sketch for my card. And I did it with the Wildflower Birthday Suite that was in this last mini catalogue that's in the online exclusives. And I just followed the sketch. I put 3 strips of the designer series paper on the card matching piece. I used a tag from the beautiful paper. It's specialty paper because it's got gold foil. I used the ribbon that's in that sweet collection and the dots. And this is a textured note die and a happy birthday that was from the submarine stamp set, which I think it's on the last chance product list, but I think it's also currently unavailable. So to me that means it's coming back. So I don't know whether it's gone for good yet, but yeah, that happy birthday worked really well. So that's the sketch. That was my little practice or sample card, and we're going to use, so I'll show you the Wildflower Birthday Suite, which is still available. I did check before I went live. Hi Lynn, Tanya, Margaret. Oh, I've got a nice group of girls here. Thank you for watching. So this Wildflower Birthday Suite, as I said, was in the last mini catalogue, and it carried over into the online exclusive section, and it's now on the last chance product list. So you get a stamp set, you get dies, you get these party dots, you get the gold weave trim ribbon, and you get this specialty paper. So that suite is $131.50. So if you're wanting that suite, you can put that in your cart, and if you want another suite, you can also add that to your cart, and the cheaper one will be 50% off. So you might end up getting this one for Denise has got to do maths. She's not very good at it. About $70 instead of $131. I'm thinking $65 to $70. Now the one we're going to do today is we're going to use the Storybook Moment Suite collection. Now it's a mega suite. It's a double stamp set and dies. And it also was in this last mini catalogue. It went to the online exclusives. Now it's on the last chance product list, but you know, it still works for this sweet promotion, the special that they've got going. So this, as I said, is a mega suite. You've got 2 stamp sets and dies. You've got the antique pearls. You've got the 6x6 plaid designer series paper, and you've got the Storybook Moments 12x12 specialty paper. Now out of this suite, I only got the paper, the ribbon and the pearls because I've got an old stamp set, Peter Rabbit-ish stamp set, so I didn't go with that. It's still a beautiful suite, and if I didn't have a Peter Rabbit stamp set, I probably would have been swayed. So this, as I said, is a mega suite collection, and it is $273.75. So this one would be your full price suite, and then any other suite that's a little bit cheaper would be your half price one. Hi Marilyn. So just thought I'd explain that, and you don't have to get full suites. That's the other thing. If you just wanted the Storybook Friends stamp set and dies, you could put that into your cart, and that would be $98. And then you could go to the Wildflower Birthday Suite and put the Birthday Celebration Bundle stamp set and dies, $72.75. That's the one you'd get for half price, so that would work out to be about $36. So you don't have to get full suite collections. You can get pieces from a suite and something else from another suite. I actually think this promotion's a little bit tricky, but I think I've got my head around it finally. Finally. So as I said, we're going with a sketch. This is our basic sketch, and that's what I did with the Wildflower Birthday Suite. Now, I have cut up a couple of pieces of basic beige. I've got my Storybook Moments paper here, and I've got the ribbon. So and I've got something already pre-stamped, but I don't think I'll go with that. And I've got a couple of banners. So let's just put that there so it covers up the I know what we can do. We can do that, and then we've got our we've got everything sorted, I think. Maybe. Now I've cut up enough for 2 cards, so we might just do 2. We might as well do 2 at once. And as I said at the beginning, I was going to bring up, and I got it all ready, but I left them on the kitchen bench. I was going to bring some happy mail up to show you some beautiful cards I got for my birthday last weekend, and they're still downstairs on the kitchen bench. So I will have to show you my happy mail in another video because I'm a silly goose. And that's just the way it is. So this is my matting piece of Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow. And as I said, these are just, oh, didn't cut that one. I haven't cut these down to the right size. You silly nong. Let's get our trimmer in. So this is the beautiful design. I won't try and do that much in one go. That would be silly. So matting piece is 14.4. So we want 13.9 on our DSP. And these are 2.5 centimeters wide. So that's a good size, or 1 inch if you're working in Imperial. I do work Imperial measurements sometimes, but not very often because we don't work in Imperial. I do, some fun fold cards are better and easier if you do them in Imperial measurements, but apart from that I tend to pretty much work in metric. Now they're going to be the right size now. Okay, so I'll get my little adhesive silicone mat and my glue. So what's the weather like in WA, Tanya? Because we're very cold over here on the east coast. And it's a little bit shivery. Let me just work out what I'm doing here. Okay, so I think I will put my strawberries on one side, my that piece, I can't describe the piece of paper, that piece there, and my carrots on this side. I think it looks better to have like two sort of bold strips of paper and a filigree piece in the middle. I think that's how it looks best, so let's do that. I can mix it around on another card because, as I said, I've got enough to make 2 cards. So I'm just going to put some glue on my paper, and I just work from the 2 side panels and work in. So you can leave however much of a border you want. We're just following the sketch. Oh, let's see, if I go up too high, I'm covering up. There we go. Rainy and windy. Nothing that's upset you. I think that's funny. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're not being upset by the weather. It's funny when you've got an event coming up, how much you start looking at your weather app and seeing what it's like and how it's tracking and everything. Now, on my sample card, I put my paper, I gave the border a little bit more of a border on my matting piece and put my papers closer together. This time round I've done it a bit more spaced out. So that's also up to you. You can decide about that. The cold gets you, yeah, gets to me too now. But, you know, it's a good excuse to buy some nice winter coats though. Always a good excuse to go shopping. Okay, so that's that one, and we're going to pop it onto here. So maybe we'll just finish one card off at a time. So let's pop that straight down onto our card base. It's very chilly when I take my little puppy girl for a walk now in the mornings. It's very chilly. I have to put her jacket on as well. So this is a tent fold card. Oops, that's not very well positioned. Just fix that up a bit. So a tent fold is with the score line at the top, like so. Now, with our sketch, you can see that you've got a focal point in the center. Now with this paper, there are all these, you get a sheet like so, with all these bits that you can cut down and make into a focal piece. So I was thinking maybe I could put this one on, and maybe I could do this one on another card. We might do a portrait, landscape card, but you've got a frame, you've got all sorts of bits and pieces, and then you've got also all these die cuts from this beautiful paper. Oh, she's not allowed out for a walk. How's she going? And how's little Ziggy? Lynn? Little Ziggy must be feeling the cold. So you've got all these pieces as well that you could use on a focal point. A focal piece. All these die cuts. These are like an ephemera pack. Look, you've got this gorgeous gill. Like, so many bits and pieces you can make and you can use on scrapbooking pages. It's just a great piece of paper. Now this one, I think I want to mat it. I think it looks, I then want to cut it down a little bit and I want to mat it. So let me see, what are we up to? We're up to 7.8. So maybe if I take 3 millimeters off that side and maybe 3 millimeters off that side. What does that bring it down to? Let's just make it Let's just make it 7, and then our matting piece can be 7.5. No, immune system. No, don't take any chances. Keep her safe. Okay, so I'm just thinking I want to take a little bit off here, just so that my matting piece won't take over. And I'll make that 9.5. So that's going to mean I need a matting piece of 7.5 by 10. No, that is 7.5, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. 7.5 by 10. That's correct. Let me just grab a piece of basic beige. I think that's the colour I want to match with. 7.5 by 10. Okay, let's have a look and see what that looks like. Our little, what is he, a squirrel? I think he's a squirrel. That looks pretty cute. I do like that. Okay, so I'm not very good on the animals. That's so funny, Lynn. Rosie just loves her jumpers. She even puts her own paws and legs through them. She just loves jumpers. She's a funny little dog. She's beautiful. She went to the groomer this morning, so she's had a groom. So she will be very appreciative of her little jumpers the next few days, because she's a little bit short, not as fluffy and furry. So probably will feel the cold. There we go. But yeah, my daughter says that Rosie, she's never known a dog to love wearing clothes so much. And I say, well, that's because she's not a dog. It's because she's human. Oh, that's because her mummy is stupid. Okay, so that's how our card's coming along. Now, let me put the lid on my glue. I don't want this as a thinking of you card. So we've got this banner, or we've got a stylish shape banner. I know there's no banner on our sketch, but you know what? We can do what we like. So I could do that, or I could do this. I think we might do this one. And I did bring, where did I put it though? That's the thing. The side of my desk is quite messy. Because I've got everything everywhere. I must have put it back in my class box. It's very precious. Where's Mummy's stamp set? Here it is. One brown eye and one blue eye. That is funny. Paddington's got his jumper. Yeah, Olivia. That's my daughter. She probably likes getting under the doona too. No, Rosie loves getting under our doona too. You know, curling up. She'll come and actually sit in front of our gas heater and like look at us as if to say, well, are you turning it on? I'm here. And some mornings I'll say, no, I'm not turning it on this morning. And she'll just look at me as if to say, I beg your pardon? How rude. Yeah, Rosie's a bit of a snuggle bug. So so this Simply Said stamp set's in the annual catalogue again. It's a great multi-purpose stamp set. If you just want a really good sentiment stamp set, this is a good one to have, because it's got 2 different fonts, and it's really good, and it's only $30, and it just fits on this stylish shape banner die. Just you've got to hold your breath and put it down. There we go. Just fits. Okay, so I think I might just sort of hang that off the bottom, and I'm going to put half a dimensional. Where's my little scissors gone? Oh, I'll put them back in the right place. I'm going to put, I could use small dimensionals, I guess, but I'll just cut them in half. So yeah, I was going to share my happy mail from my birthday, and I got them already and left them down on the kitchen bench. That was silly, wasn't it? Oh well, maybe next video. Although I prefer to share it in a live. Maybe I'll do it next Wednesday. Okay, so I'm just putting that up. The dimensionals are on the bottom of the banner, and I'm just putting it up like so. I think that's pretty cute. Now I just want to get the storybook moments. Where are they? So don't forget what is that it? Antique pearls. But surely I've got another one that's opened. Surely. Maybe I don't. Yes, I do. Don't forget about the sweet products that are in the online exclusives, because they're included in this sale. So I'm going to put 2 there. So these are small, medium and large, and one down here. So that's card number 1. And that's the beauty of sketches. You can mass produce. Like, how easy was that? I'll probably trim up the inside of this card with some paper. You might as well use your paper up. But that's a really cute little card, and I think it's really good. It's really great how you can do that. So let's just do another one. Now this one's going to be landscape, so I wonder if, I suppose it's all right to be a top folding card, turning it on its side. Otherwise I can cut up another piece. Okay, these ones I might put my pieces of paper closer together. I might put my strawberries on this side, my whatever that you call that piece of paper on that side, and my carrots on this side. So let's just have a little look. But that's the doggy next door. We've got some workmen next door laying a hang on. I've got workmen next door laying a slab for a shed garage going down in their yard, so I'm surprised the doggies aren't barking more. Now I'm going to make a bigger border on this matting piece. I'm going to move it over a fraction so that my pieces of paper are a little bit closer together. So let me just do this one, and I'll just sort of eyeball the same space. I think that's pretty good. And let's just put this one in the center. Getting close to the end of my Tombow. Thanks, Tanya. Oh, glad my phone's on silent. Someone's just left me a message. So just put that there. So you can see the, and no, I don't think it matters that if we go sideways. You can see how I've just put my paper a little bit closer together. We're going to go this way, and it's going to open like a book, so I think that's fine. Let's just do it. Okay, so pop that. I really love how sketches just make your card making so easy. It just gets you started, and then you're off and running. Off and running. Okay, so let's find, now this was the one I was thinking of putting on here, but you know what, maybe maybe I won't. maybe, it's a very big maybe. These ones I think were from the scrapbooking kit. Yes, they were. Let's see what's in our little die cuts. And we could make maybe a little panel. I don't know about that, but anyway, let's have a little look. Whoops. We might not go down this path. We're just going to have a little look. Have a little look. Some of these are from the scrapbooking kit. See, that's scrapbooking. Oh, he's so cute. And where's the one? See, that's too big for that. He's cute, but I don't want him there. This is very challenging. I see I'm going down the same path with my little ducky, but got all these ones still left over. I could use those up. I think I'm going to go with Jemima. And I think I might just have a little look in my scrap. Well, I just threw half of them on the floor. That was silly. I might have a look in my scrap box for a die cut that might work. I don't know if I've got any. So let's have a little look. I'm looking, oh look, a basic beige circle. Is that too big, I ask? I don't think I've got any other basic beige in here. I think that's going to be the only thing I've got in my little scrap box. That'll be basic beige. You know what? Let's have a little look and let's go with that actually. I think that looks quite nice. So I'll put my little pieces to one side. It's probably bigger than I wanted. And I've got the ribbon that matches the Storybook Moments suite. So the ribbon is on the last chance product list. It was $21 and it's now $14. And if you put that into your cart with something else from a suite, you get it for $7. So that's a bargain. So let's just put a bow. And I don't even think I'll put a sentiment on the front of this one. I think I'll put the sentiment inside. I think this one needs to be a baby card. She's trying so hard to get a bow to happen. Okay, let's just cut that off. And I'll even it up in a moment. I've got glue on my fingers and my ribbon is sticking to my fingers. Okay, so I'm thinking, or should I even do a greeting on my circle? That's something. Now, I've got the cutest onesie bundle. Oh, yeah. That's also in my class for Saturday. Cutest onesie, is that it? That's it. Okay, let's have a little look. We could do, where are we? Where's new baby? Here it is. Okay, let's get another block out. And let me just, if I put my little Jemima over to the left and put, oh, is that going to be? Is that going to be too much? Or should I put it on the banner? I don't like the different banner. I'm just being fussy now. I don't know if I like her off center. Okay, let's just play for a minute. Let's just have a little think. This is when I go off on tangents. And it's not good. It's not good. Okay, let's see. Sweet girl. You know, I could do that. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to ink up half of my stamp. Like so. Oops, sorry, my head came in. Bring it down. So I'm going to ink up half of my stamp that says sweet. I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to clean off my stamp and dry off the sweet. I'm going to turn it around and ink up the girl. Oh, my head's coming in, so sorry. Turn it around and ink up girl. Is that on any of the other bit? And I'm going to, let's see, fingers crossed. It kind of worked. I think it worked. And has got a little bit of a smudge from that, but I can put a pearl over that. So let's just, and there's going to be a pearl there too. Let's put Jemima up on dimensionals, because she just needs to stand up proud and tall. And maybe one here. There we go. Yeah, well, I've many a time I have stuffed that up. But it was daring, wasn't it? Especially on a video. Okay, now I'm going to put this down flat. And a very little tiny stamp. There's probably a better way of doing it, but you know what? I just decided to live life on the edge. Okay, so I'm going to pop her there. I'm going to shimmy her across to make sort of it's centered. Okay, that's that. I've got my little bow that I thought I could put up here somewhere. Yes. And here are my antique pearls. So we can put one antique pearl here where there's a little tiny bit of a smudgy, and we can put a small one here, and we'll put a large one over here where there's another bit of a smudgy. Oh, come on girls, just live life on the edge. Be daring. It's only cardstock. My phone is going off. Our future daughter-in-law has got a group set up for the hair and makeup. People who are wanting to have their hair and makeup done on the morning of the wedding. All these girls are saying, I've just paid, I've got everything sorted. Okay, so I'm going to put that there because I don't want the ribbon covering up her head. And I think that's our other card. I'll get rid of, I'll have to put that back into my box for Saturday's class, and I'll have to put Simply Said back into my box for Saturday's class. There we go. So let's get rid of that. Very simple cards. Very easy and simple, especially using the beautiful paper. Now, as I said, I didn't get the whole Storybook Moments suite because I already had something that had like Jemima, Puddle Duck and Peter Rabbit. But yeah, just using this sketch, really, really easy and they don't have to be a baby card, they don't have to be little kids cards, but I made that a baby card. And I will decorate the inside of this one. I'll decorate the inside of both of them. I'll put another little bit of paper in there. I might even put a matting piece of vanilla, maybe, I'm not sure. So that's my Storybook Moments sketch card, and this was my Wildflower birthday sketch card. So don't forget the Sweet Collection. Oh, thanks, Tanya. Don't forget the Sweet Collection sale that's going for the month of June. Buy one, get one 50% off, and it doesn't have to be the whole sweet. It can be parts of sweets. Yeah, and these ones are still available. They're in the online store, but on the last chance product list. So let me pop that away. Let me come back to face view. Where are we? Here we go. There we go. So there's our card today, following a sketch design. The group message is going off. So it's following a sketch design. So that's that one, and that's that one. Only stamping on it are the sentiments. So really easy cards, and this was the Wildflower birthday one. So make use of your sketches because they're fantastic. My hair, I'm looking like a mop. I'm so overdue for a haircut. I've pushed it out till next week. So it's not too far off from the wedding, and I'm looking like a mop. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope everyone keeps warm and dry if it's raining where you are, warm if it's freezing cold where you are, and have a great rest of your day and rest of the week, and I will see you on Monday for my Makeup Monday. Thank you, ladies, for watching. Bye for now.